Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and today I'm taking a first impressions look at Hades, the latest game from Supergiant Games, which, kind of a weird thing, I've only actually really played Bastion, their first game, a lot. Transistor I sort of bounced off of, though I did a first impressions video on it, and Pyre I was kind of put off by the fantasy sports theme of it, though I haven't actually played it yet, and I did pick it up recently. But though it's weird to me because I would still say that I like Supergiant's games and am excited to play this. So this is a early access-ish thing, available only on the Epic Store. You know, another one of their paid-for exclusives, which is lame, but I still thought I'd check it out. And this is a roguelite, from what I understand, about trying to escape from Hades.
Tales are told of Hades, whose very name inspires fear and penitence, reminding us of the inevitable fate which we all share. I, however, mean to tell you such a tale. Listen carefully.
Because something I think that Supergiant always does great, even for the games that I didn't enjoy as much,
Goodbye, Father,
is presentation. They have a good visual style, they have good VO, and good music.
This place.
Alright, so we're just kind of cast in here. Okay, A is like a dash. B is some kind of ammo-based attack. X is just the sword. And I think Y is special. I have not played this whatsoever, so this is exactly how it starts. Oh, RB. I didn't see the prompt down there.
I'm leaving. Try and stop me.
Alright. So all of their games are this kind of isometric, top-down perspective, but they all play very different. I think the thing that originally put me off Transistor was that it looked like it would play like Bastion, but it was actually about, you know, queuing up a series of moves before hitting an execute button to get them all to go. Because you could still run around in real time, but had very limited kind of options for attacking in that form. Alright, so there is quite a delay after your dash, so it's not easy to just dash and then dodge. And it looks like you do extra damage for hitting enemies into walls. Okay, I guess that's just a ranged attack. It didn't seem like it did that much damage, and I can't get my shot back until I kill him. Okay, that's the special. So things are not going great. Already fairly low on health. I wonder if this is just kind of a normal run, or if it's going to, like, just keep spawning enemies until I die here. You know, if you're meant to fail at this point. Okay, that special is pretty effective. Take out these ranged guys first. Alright. So this so far seems a bit more combat focused. Or combo focused. Obviously it's combat focused because it's a game where you fight shit.
It's got to be her. Then here goes nothing. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Do you accept the surcharges?
Hail, noble cousin. Now, let's get you from that miserable place. I'll see that all of us upon Olympus do our part, beginning here with me.
Alright. Athena is giving me some kind of upgrade. Your attack is stronger and can deflect. Your cast is bigger and stronger and can deflect. Okay, cast is our ranged attack. And your dash is slightly slower. Well, the dash is already kind of slow, so I guess let's just go with attack damage.
Thank you, goddess. Your power fused with mine.
So I guess I can knock back shots now. But yeah, we are Zagreus,
I'm hurt. Can't heal myself.
son of
But I can
Hades,
fight.
trying to escape the Underworld. Because I guess we don't want to be a prince of the Underworld anymore. We want to go up to the land of the living.
Stand down or suffer.
No. Okay, he wasn't spawned yet.
No, no, no.
So you do have to actually recover your cast, because I guess you cast it forth.
That's what you get.
Okay. So the pillars drop boulders, I guess? I like the way this looks. I think it looks really good. Like, even better than some of their older stuff with more detail going into it. It's definitely a little methodical, though. Like, you can't just spam attacks and teleport all over. It's not quite as fluid as, like, Dead Cells. But that seems to be an intentional thing rather than just
Shouldn't have crossed me.
it not feeling as good.
Wonder where I can use this.
I like the voice acting so far for Zagreus. I think that's where it came from. Now, is there just the one door? Oh, it looks like there's only one door. So what I understand, these rooms are not procedurally generated. The only thing that is the order of them, but there is a series of handcrafted rooms that can potentially make up your dungeon run.
Look who.
I'm not doing great here. Now, can I dash across this gap? Can. No, I don't have my throw. I already wasted it. That looks like a trap. Like a spike trap. But I also seem like I just stepped on it without activating it, so I don't know. That seems like not a great group of enemies for me to deal with here. I feel like, unless I'm hitting all of them at once, I'm going to take damage here. Where did my shot even go? Oh, it's all the way over there. Okay, it seems like most of my attacks will interrupt.
Weak.
Boy, they don't mess around with the number of enemies in a room, though. This is not Binding of Isaac, where there's, like, sometimes 4 enemies in a room. But I guess they are kind of more like combat arenas here than just rooms. Alright. Oh. Okay, I guess he just kind of casually floated onto the spikes himself. Alright.
It's a pleasure.
That room didn't go too badly. I think I only took 3 damage.
That ought to keep me going for a bit.
Alright. So I guess we're just gonna keep going here.
Louts.
Fat ghost. Oh, wow. He's so fat that I teleported, like, into him. And then I jumped into an exploding barrel. This is going great. Okay, they have quite a range on that. I don't know how he missed me. Oh. There we go. It's a pretty good death animation, just melting into a pool of blood. Ah.
Damn it.
I guess this is the pool of blood that we melted into.
I'm home.
The House of Hades.
Yes, carry on, everyone. Don't mind me.
Can I talk to these spirits?
Welcome to the House of Hades, where... Wait, I know you. Guess that means you died out there, huh? Well, don't be sad, though. Pretty much everybody dies sometime.
Some of us more than others.
I guess being a Prince of Hell, he can't actually stay dead, so he just keeps ending up back here. These souls in line don't seem very happy.
Infernal watchdog Cerberus regards the Underworld Prince with mixed emotions, from purest joy to deepest melancholy.
You watch over things for me, won't you, boy? You know I'd take you if I could.
Probably be a lot easier to get out of here with a giant hell dog.
Stupid boy. I told you nobody gets out of here, whether alive or dead. So how was your wanton ransacking of my domain?
Greetings, Father. My ransacking was a delight, thank you for asking. So I'll just be on my way again.
Be on your way indeed. What do I care? You shall never reach the surface. Go. See for yourself.
I mean, he's kind of a dick, but he seems mostly indifferent to our attempts to escape. I guess he's very confident that we won't.
The House of Hades, that dark and lavishly appointed lair of the Underworld's king, is home not just to him, but to his willful progeny.
You know I can hear you, old man.
I'm debating if that's the same narrator from Bastion, because it sounds kind of like him, and I think it probably is. Logan Cunningham, if I remember correctly. I probably have to look that up again, but yeah.
If I sit down, I won't want to get back up.
He was a pretty good narrator, and went on to get some other kind of VO in a similar style for other games.
Good to see you, lad, despite the circumstances. Remember your training out there. The pain of death is but another obstacle.
Also, make sure to wear strong shoes with good heel covers.
And fear is for the weak. Take care, Achilles.
I wonder if Paris is also here somewhere.
It's locked.
Stay out of there.
Don't go into the closet. So, you know, this Palace of Hades doesn't really seem like such a bad place to hang out, but I guess all the gloom and dead spirits get to you after a while.
Do not despair, and hold to your resolve, child. Tell me something. Has the goddess Athena thus been true to her word and her willingness to lend you her support?
She showed up and gave me a buff.
She has, Nyx. I'm grateful that you put us into contact and explained to her the situation that I'm in.
It gladdens me to hear it. Seldom do Olympians consort with those born of the Underworld. Yet your circumstances seemed due cause for an exception. She shall make a powerful ally.
I was wondering who his mother might be, but then I can't remember what her name is that actually is doomed to spend, you know, so many months out of the year in the Underworld. Is it Persephone? No. Something that starts with a P, but I'm totally blanking on that spot, even though I'm kind of fond of Greek mythology. And I find it cool that we've got, you know, Nyx and Hypnos down here.
I'm back, room. Did you miss me?
Use the mirror to grow stronger.
The bedchambers of Prince Zagreus lie in a perpetual state of utter disarray, despite his lord and master of the house repeatedly insisting that he pick everything up.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad, is it?
I mean, he's got a pretty big room. Also, I'm looking at this Gorgon skull, and I'm just wondering how that actually works. How those snake bones stay rigid like that.
Not as comfy as it looks.
Where did he get a bear pelt? So many questions. Alright, so I guess this is our
Night and darkness guide me.
roguelite progression here. Our permanent upgrades. 10% damage. Heal by 1 when you enter each chamber. chthonic vitality. Infernal soul, greater reflex. Is it... Are Chthonians from the Underworld? Am I remembering that correctly? Thus, Zagreus here would be a Chthonian. I guess we'll just do Shadow Presence.
We can't do that yet.
Alright. So the purple orbs are our permanent upgrade currency, it seems like, and you just get them from your run.
Okay.
I see, and this is where the weapons will unlock.
Through that pink window there.
I think these are all the ones that are in the game right now, because again, it is, despite being very polished, it is early access, and I guess they'll just kind of build on that by adding more weapons, more rooms, more enemy types, etc., etc. One thing I can afford right now is this bow.
Open up.
Heart-seeking
The
bow.
Heart Seeker. Let's deal some death.
Psst, over here.
What the?
Nice place you got here, boyo. But enough with the small talk already. I'm here to do a job. So let me have it. Give me everything you got.
Are you from the future? Is that where you got your accent from?
I don't remember having you on payroll, mate. Who's your supervisor?
A Brooklyn skeleton?
Oh, I'm not about to wrap my sources, pal. Just try and beat it out of me.
If you insist.
I think this guy is just so we can test the weapons.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, you just gotta time this just right to do a power shot.
Good one.
Whoops.
So does this have unlimited range?
Pretty good. Ow. Ow.
Seems like it snaps on to enemies, with the shadow line being your point of aim.
That kind of hurt.
Kind of creepy with his big skeletal eyes. Alright, so we could just switch to the sword we started with.
And there, huh?
That spear looks pretty cool. I don't even know what this is. Is it just a shield? Shield with spinning blades on it, or is that just the lock? What's over yonder?
I can do this. First get past the wretched shades of Tartarus. Easier said than done, and doubtless I'll be running into Meg. The River of Flame ought to be just beyond. Find a way up to Elysium from there, and after that... Alright, let's give it another shot.
So that's interesting. It's got the different areas of the Underworld. Because Hades is not just hell, as some people seem to think it is. It's got essentially the Greek equivalents of hell and heaven and limbo all in there, with Tartarus being the hell
Time to go
equivalent.
get killed again.
So I guess that's where we start here with the shitty ghosts.
Thunder. Is this really him? Okay. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
Greetings there, young man. Look, your father's always been rather difficult, and he has not so much as called in quite some time. You'll have a better home where you belong, here on Olympus, and to help you on your journey, have my blessing.
Come hang out with your uncle gods. Just promise that you won't eat us like our children did. Or, rather, we did our parents. Alright, so I guess you get a random buff from a random god when you start your run. Chain lightning bolt when you damage a foe. Special, chain lightning. Or your cast is lightning enchanted and bounces several times. I think just the regular attack chaining would be better, because then I can hit groups easier.
Lending his support. Never thought I'd see the day. Or night. Whenever.
Right, I forgot I had the bow. I was about to start spamming X to combo these guys. Seems like you don't have unlimited range on the bow. So you can't just stand across the entire room and snipe them.
Kumbo. Composed of such innumerable, ever-shifting, interlocking chambers, the underworld of Lord Hades all but guarantees the dead shall there remain until the end of time.
Good thing I'm not dead.
Really, the only thing keeping them in there is that they can't figure out this entire maze. So are these just, like, hostile ghosts, then? You know, they're not any kind of underworld keepers, they're just dicks that are stuck here, too.
That's for last time.
Oh. Is that because one of these guys killed me last time? He actually comments on it. I mean, one of the big things about Bastion was all the contextual audio lines, so I guess it's not surprising that they're still doing that. Problem with this bow is it doesn't have knockback, so I can't knock them into walls for extra damage.
Ah. This can unlock something back home.
Okay, so the keys are the weapon
They
unlocks.
got me. No way to patch up. Got to keep going.
Does that mean there's no way to heal at all? Okay, so there, I guess that's a health up. We got one of those last time, or
Each exit has its own reward.
I don't know what that is. I assume that's supposed to represent one of the gods, but it's like Artemis, goddess of the hunt. This thing is pretty good. I mean, obviously it's slow, so it's the downside.
Next up.
And it is easier to get backstabs with the bow, as odd as that sounds.
Goodbye for now. There's only one heavenly archer I know of. Well, several, really. Anyway, in the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
I just find it funny that he has to say that like there's someone listening who has to transfer the call to him.
Look, I'm not like all the others on Olympus. The power of the hunt helps keep me company, so maybe it'll help you too.
I'm not like the others on Olympus. I actually get out and do shit instead of just turning into animals and screwing humans. Special has a chance to deal critical damage. Your cast deals more damage and seeks the nearest foe, or your dash causes you to do critical damage. That seems pretty handy for the bow. If I dash away and then shoot. But it only lasts 1 second. This might actually make the cast more useful, because it doesn't seem great when you start with it.
Use some company now that she mentions it. The power of the hunt sounds handy too.
It's neat that it actually shows you what the main reward for each room will be, so you can kind of pick your path instead of just having to guess. The only problem is your shot does automatically lock on, so if you actually want to like aim away or, you know, aim at something specifically, it's kind of hard to do immediately. Yeah, I just wanted to shoot these shots out of the air, but it tries to snap to the witch behind me instead. Oh, it seems like the lightning punches right through their shots, though. Maybe it always does that, and if you get the deflect upgrade, it actually bounces it back instead. I'm still just kind of guessing and learning here. But once you get used to the pacing, this does actually feel pretty good to play. Again, it's not as smooth and fluid and constant motion as like Dead Cells, but once you get into the slower pace, it kind of feels intuitive.
What do we have here?
All right, key. I didn't actually look to see if there was another room. This guy's got a yellow health bar. And a little shield icon, so does he take less damage? He does seem fairly tough.
Am I dead or what? Who are you?
Oh, it looks like he had a second health bar. Still, that went alright. I got a key. So that just means I'm getting something out of these runs, even if I don't succeed.
Oh, it says here one of the wretched thugs got you. Too bad. They're slow, but they hit pretty hard, I guess. Have you tried moving out of the way?
I haven't, no.
No, I just stood there. It's weird.
You never learn.
I couldn't figure out why I kept taking damage.
Keep at it, lad. I've known great men throughout my life, and I can always tell when someone's better than their circumstances. Fight like I'd fight out there.
I'll give them hell as you once did, Achilles. Though doubtless many of the shades who stand against me first arrived in Tartarus because of you.
You're right, I did kill a lot of people. I was good at it.
How you holding up, boy? Eating well lately? All 3 mouths full and happy?
Each terrifying maw of the infernal watchdog Cerberus responds affirmatively, one after the next, as if to reassure the ever-doubting prince.
I see you've decided to come home. Changed your mind yet? Or looking for more pain and suffering?
More pain and suffering for sure. After all, you taught me to appreciate the finer things.
You keep telling yourself that, boy. But mark you my words, sooner or later this life that you have chosen for yourself shall teach you I was right.
Good talk. Good talk.
I mean, what exactly future is there for a Prince of Hades? It's not like he's gonna die anytime soon. Or at all, ever. So, you're never gonna become the king of the Underworld.
Darkness guide you, child.
Might as well find something else to keep you busy.
outgrown this house. Of that I am now certain. Should you return again here, I shall keep you safe.
I won't forget you, Nyx, I swear it.
Is Nyx also a ghost? She looks more like a spirit than a living god. Or demigod. Lesser god?
No time to rest. Night in
Um,
darkness.
I guess I didn't get any of the good purples. I didn't get any of that good perp. But I did get keys.
I should go.
Not enough to unlock anything, though.
Let me give you a piece of advice, boyo. You run across a guy like me out there, you just give him a good stab right in the back without a second thought before he sends you crying back to Papa.
I like the little detail that Skelly here has a gold piece in his mouth
I'll keep that in mind, mate.
to pay the ferryman. Also, why does Zagreus say mate so much? I guess he does have a bit of a oddly British thing to his voice.
At a Daedalus hammer. It's just the edge I need.
Alright, we don't actually get any dialogue here with anyone. 100% more shots. Oh, I forgot to switch back to the sword, too. I mean, the bow's alright. Power shot does more damage.
Daedalus.
Yeah. They have longer range than me. Okay, this one will give me some purple crystals. So yeah, I'm digging this. You know, I have to go back and play Transistor because I've actually... When I saw a bit of gameplay from this, I kind of wanted to go back and give those another chance. Or in the case of Pyre, give them a chance for the first time. Not sure how you can tell where the boulders are going to fall for those.
Underworld's power.
Yeah, those upgraded power shots are really handy with the bow. Alright, let's see what we got here. I don't know what that was. It was a coin.
Numbskulls.
I can be cheap and just spawn kill them. No, not idiot. Numbskull, apparently, is what these guys are called. What do you have to do to just become a floating skull in the afterlife? Like, you gotta fuck up in life for that to be all you can do afterwards. Instead of being one of these, like, wizards or big buff dudes. Spirits that seem like they do nothing but eat.
Coin from the dead.
Alright. So we do actually get coins, so I guess there must be a shopkeeper in here somewhere. Another key or some more upgrade juice. I guess we'll go with the key, because I think I only need one more for the next weapon.
Hello, mates.
So I guess there's not too much in here then, based on the cost of the weapon upgrades, or the weapon unlocks, versus how easy it is to get keys. But I'm not sure how long they plan to do an early access kind of thing for this. Supergiant has never done early access before, so this is a first. So you don't really know how they're going to run it. But I mean, they've got that number of days till next major update thing on their main page, like Clay usually does with their games. So that's kind of generally a good sign that they have deadlines they want to keep to. Alright. Health upgrade. So, it's unclear if there's any way to get health back, or if the health upgrades are just, hey, you have more maximum health, which also increases your current health. Okay, these guys are like armored or something, which would make sense with the shield icon. But they seem to care a lot less about getting shot. Okay, there's one down. I do like the bow. I mean, there's only so much you can do with it. You can shoot, or you can shoot a lot. The multi-shot seems actually pretty effective up close like that. If I ever get to use my cast, especially since I've got the upgraded one, I should be using it more. No, upgraded skulls. Yeah, the special on this bow is actually only good up close, because otherwise it just misses with most of the hits. Are these traps, these things? They look like panels, but I think they're actually just tiles. Oh, no, they are definitely traps.
And don't come back.
Okay. So they pop up from those statues there. So if I can get them to go like there, I can do that. But it seems like there are a good number of kind of traps you can push enemies into.
Strength of the centaurs.
Okay.
What I wouldn't give for, say, a healing flask of some sort.
Maybe some kind of bonfire that I could rest at.
Your father Hades and my father Zeus have not communicated in some time, and Zeus refuses to explain. Something transpired between the two of them.
They're having a bit of a brotherly spat. I like that Athena's got her little robot eagle there, or owl. I don't know why I said eagle. Divine Strike, Phalanx Shot. Cast is bigger and stronger and can deflect.
The Shield of Light.
Let's put another upgrade in there and see if it's... Oh, wow. It really is bigger.
A place of calm and respite, whilst perhaps unimaginable in the Underworld, occasionally is to be found, in fact.
I don't suppose I can
Too soon.
get a little health back? while I'm here in this peaceful place? Oh, there is this fountain here. Okay, there we go. So you do get healing, just not very much. Enemies do not drop hearts in this. Okay, we got a sack. Or we've got a rock with an exclamation mark. The sack is probably a shopkeeper, right? I don't know what the other one would be.
Farthest I've come. I think I hear the river.
Karen, the boatman.
Why, good to see you, Charon, mate. Just minding my own business, taking in the sights, and hey, what's that? You got some sort of wares for sale? Then I'll just have a look around.
I might be the ferryman of the River Styx, but I'm also a merchant on the side. You can pay me for passage, or you can pay me for some sweet French fries and a burrito. Is that a pomegranate? Don't want to eat that if you're trying to escape the underworld. You'll just end up back here a couple times a year. I think this is another Athena upgrade, but I don't have enough coins. I can heal, or I can find out what this pomegranate does.
Pleasure doing business.
Alright, it just upgrades my...
Lots of these upon Olympus.
Upgrade my cast again.
The infernal wares of the Stygian boatman Charon lie sprawled about, available for sale to whomever would be willing to quench the boatman's great thirst for riches.
But why does he thirst for riches? What can he do with these riches? Ah, there's his boat covered in eyes and skulls. Well, this run seems to be going pretty well. Oh, and then I run into these guys, the dreaded fat men. When I saw a little bit of this, someone else was playing before. These were the guys that were giving them the business. Have to use my power shots. Ooh. I think I would have taken damage there if I hadn't used my cast. The special on this is also good, I guess, for destroying projectiles like that. Because it just shoots a wall in front of you. Like that. Just take that guy out since he's unarmored. Alright, I'm not doing too badly on health, but...
Nice meeting you.
Still shouldn't have taken any hits there. So what does the pomegranate do? I guess it maybe just upgrades one of my current upgrades to a higher level. So we'll go for... Is that a trident? Or is that just a sword?
What is it now?
I guess this might be Ares. Alright. Walking pots that drop landmines. Still haven't got the timing perfect on the power shot. Oh, there is still one alive. I was like, is there still an enemy in this room? Okay, they're not affected by their own minds.
Will that be all? This one was bound to show up, I guess. In the name of Hades, Olympus, I accept this message.
You've got quite the fighting spirit.
Ah, there he
I
is.
have to say. Most intriguing, and yet no surprise for someone born in hell itself. You come on out of there and tell me all about it. I'm a fellow student of death, you see.
I guess this is before Kratos came around. Instead of a dash, you become a blade rift for a short time. What? Well, apparently this is an epic upgrade. So maybe I should take that. More damage a moment later. Okay. We can either add curse, or we can just turn into swords.
Your power, Lord Ares. Maybe I'll get out of here yet.
But I wonder, am I still invincible when I do this, or is that the trade-off, that it's just a damage move now? Alright, another Ares buff here.
Uh-oh.
This run seems to be going alright. Oh, I don't know what these are. But they are very armored. This Blade Rift seems to pin you in place a bit longer than your dash after you do it, so... Impervious. These guys are like a mini-boss, it seems. Almost got one of them down. Trying to focus on that one instead of trying to switch between the two. They really don't let you stand still and take aim here. Okay, one down. Should make this a lot easier now that I don't have to keep dodging out of the way every second. Seems like my cast is not actually doing anything to this guy.
Anyone else?
Alright, now what do you got for me? Curse of Agony. So it seems like you do have upgrades of varying rarities. Instead of just having like 100 different kinds of upgrades that you can randomly get. Curse of Agony. So these are all pretty much the same. I guess we'll just add
Keep fighting.
extra damage to my attack. It's nice too, it seems to add an extra visual effect when you get buffs like that. Again, I think presentation is definitely strong here.
Let's see if you can live through this.
Survive for 44 seconds. I mean, it should be fine as long as I dodge, right? Oh, I might want to kill these guys just so I don't get swarmed. Oh boy.
Got to hold on. easy.
Worthless
Okay, good.
wretches.
I thought I might have to fight them all after surviving, but no.
Right.
Alright, get a little currency. Lost most of my health, which is not great. I don't know how far you have to go before you hit a boss. I mean, this seems like a pretty big floor. But maybe if we're just going through all of Tartarus in one go and getting to a boss, then it makes sense for it to be a lot longer than like a Isaac floor.
How many now?
I mean, I was gonna stop when I died, but I just haven't died yet from this. Which probably just jinxed myself by saying that, because that's a lot of enemies. Yep. I dodged into the shots, which is generally not how you stay alive. Still, that was pretty fun. It's not easy, but I can definitely see how I would enjoy this.
Looks like one of the wretched witches shot you dead last time. Sorry to hear that, huh? Have you tried shooting them first?
Actually, I tried dashing into their balls.
I haven't.
It killed me real good.
You'll get the hang of it out there, lad. For all our sparring practice, there's no teacher like the real thing. Now then.
I also like that there seems to be a lot more of a story here than your average roguelite. Because usually it's just, you know, you do your runs, maybe there's some flavor, text, or whatever, but there isn't really characters or anything.
Your codex? I can't accept something like this.
Whereas here, it seems like there's actually characters and
I want your love of
a story that progresses as you try to get through it.
Besides, maybe you can finish out the rest of it.
Okay, so I guess this is where we get all of our lore stuff mixed in, too. Learn more by having conversations with Lord Hades. Learn more by awaiting further instructions.
How's everything been going lately, boy? What's the good word?
The Underworld Prince's casual inquiry serves but to frustrate the Infernal Hound, as none of his three heads possess the gift and curse of speech.
He's back already, Cerberus. Just as I indicated.
Just wait, one day you'll get to guard a big tower instead of Hades, and then you'll be able to talk.
I'm standing right here, Father.
And get sassed by a similar half-human to Zagreus. I assume Zagreus is half-human, based on his appearance.
Your rest again, Cerberus. You've done a good job. The realm is well defended still to the high standard that you set.
I guess also, yeah, if Cerberus is here, you know, I would assume at the deepest point of the Underworld, he's not really guarding the front door anymore now, is he? That's what all the hostile spirits are for.
Once was a small lounging area within the House of Hades, now is sealed off, in utter shambles, since the multi-headed Cerberus tore the space apart, mourning the missing prince.
Cerberus destroyed the lounge again?
I am well, though thank you for your remembering me, child.
I mean, you're kind of hard to miss. You're like a 10-foot-tall ghost that glows purple. Now, here's a question. What are these hearts at the top for? Does that just, like, show the number of interactions I've had with him or something? It seems like she gave me a gift on the first one. But, yeah, I guess this is Hades. Seems pretty cool. I mean, I know some people are probably burnt out on the whole roguelite thing, but Supergiant does pretty well with their stuff, and I think they are probably going to be pretty trustworthy with the whole early access thing, so this might be worth giving a go. If you're not opposed to the whole Epic Store nonsense, which I kind of am, kind of aren't. It's good that Steam has something to push them into not being useless. But at the same time, Epic is like, hey, let's bring console exclusivity into the PC market by buying up a bunch of exclusives. +1 for your cast. Okay, you can buy more ammo. Chain 1 more dash in a row. That seems worth saving up for. 1 health per chamber doesn't seem great, but I assume you can probably upgrade that decently. I guess I'll just save my juice for now. Before we end here, I just want to try out this spear.
Let's see what's in here. Baratha,
The Eternal Spear.
Join my pursuit.
Anything good? Felt that one.
So it's got pretty good range.
Yeah.
And a big old AoE attack that you can charge up. And then you can just throw it. But then you have to go get it. What happens if I attack without it? Okay, it just pulls it back to you.
Sweet release.
Thought it might be like a Devil May Cry thing where you can just punch until it comes back.
The courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that.
So yeah, you can see here they've got at least 2 more slots for weapons, and I assume this will kind of fill out as they add more stuff throughout early access.
Ready as I'll ever be.
But for now, this is kind of all there is, I think, for the weapons.
A Daedalus hammer. Now to fix up this spear.
Deals up to 200% damage to distant foes. Your special deals 500% damage to armor. Okay, armor. Elite foes cannot be stunned or knocked away until you break through their armor. So that's what the yellow meter is, for sure. Hits farther. Does more damage. I guess do javelin throw.
That should do it.
Do I have a codex for the weapons? Oh no. Alright, Daedalus is somewhere in Elysium, which is the kind of heaven paradise section of the Underworld. Yeah, so it looks like we don't have one for actually weapons. That spin attack seems pretty strong. But yeah, I like that the weapons so far actually feel fairly different from each other. I mean, I only used the sword once, so I can't say for sure, but it kind of felt like you would expect a sword to. Though the special's kind of weird, because you slam it into the ground. Yeah, okay, you can kind of combo enemies and then finish up with a charged spear.
This can unlock a weapon back at home.
Anyhow, that's Hades. It's pretty cool. It's $20 right now on the Epic Store, and, you know, if you're willing to look past having to have yet another launcher, then this might be worth giving a go, or at least keeping an eye on as it develops. Because again, I'm not sure how long they said they want to do early access for this. So I don't know how long before it's, you know, finished.
A centaur heart.
But until next time, I hope you all will take care and make your own ways out of Hades.